Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. Drehzahl hoch und ab geht's. Attacke. Dramatic start. Das ist doch Autorennen. So much action. Das ist doch geil, oder? Absolutely glued together. 3 abreast. Das ist ganz hohe Fahrkunst. From the outside and he spins.
The Hockenheimring was aglow with 2 fun-filled days of celebrations. The fans eagerly flocked to the pit lane to meet the Carrera Cup drivers at the autograph session. It's a rare opportunity to get close to your favorite racing drivers. They sign autographs until their hand goes numb. At the Festival of Dreams, we're celebrating 75 years of sports cars from the Porsche brand. We're also commemorating 60 years of the 911 this year. 2 really great occasions. It was not by chance that we chose this location. We've been able to celebrate very many and very good motorsport successes here, especially with the 911. We've also built our Porsche Experience Center here, which opened in 2019. Autograph session in the pit lane of the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland. The drivers are enjoying themselves. After all, fans have come from all over to cheer them on this weekend. The Fast One May Cup has great fans. A brief glimpse into our crystal ball.
Dear Glass Ball, who's gonna be the next Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland champion?
With the season opener in Spa behind them, more drivers are looking to the future.
Yeah, I think I can see it. The champion of 2023.
I see for sure it's not me. This is 100%. Larry Ten Voorde, Harry King, maybe Luke Hartog. Yeah, one of these guys.
The Globe says it'll be Larry Ten Voorde.
It's gonna be me.
Alexander Tauscher. Jonas Greif.
Champion this year will be Luca Rettenbacher.
The champion is going to be Larry Ten Voorde.
Unfortunately, the crystal ball just told me that it'll be difficult for me this year. I've already had 2 losers. I think my teammate More Assuring will win the championship.
Harry King.
Champion this year will be
Larry Ten Voorde.
We'll know a bit more after the finale in Hockenheim. A brief recap. Spa at the end of April. The second race of the new season goes to Luke Hartog. It's his 3rd year in the Fast One May Cup, and finally comes the really big success. He watches his minutes over and over again, reliving his first victory in the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland.
Wenn ich dann über das Ziel gekommen bin, das war eine richtige Befreiung gewesen.
When I crossed the finish line, an enormous amount of emotion was released. At first I cried, then when I got into the first corner and looked in the rearview mirror, I was thinking, what just happened here? That made my eyes well up, but it was undescribable.
Ein bisschen einen Tran gegeben, aber das war mega.
It was a mega start to the new season for the young Dutchman. In qualifying at Hockenheim, he once again shows what he's got. His mark is set at 1.40.020, thus becoming the fastest so far. There's Luke Hartog with that liberating cheer again. He did it and is finally right up front. He can hardly believe it after qualifying. I must say that I'm very relaxed now. I'm fast, I know the car is fast, and I had quite a lot of confidence in myself, in the car, and in my teammate Larry. So now we just have to drive home in 1st and 2nd place, and then I'm happy. Quite satisfied with a big grin on his face, we catch up with Lauren Heinrich, who is also up on the grid.
For me
to stand here on the starting grid of the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland in street clothes is of course very unusual, but it's also a bit relaxing. It feels cool to be here again, kind of like a homecoming.
The question is, who will bring it home today? The race is on, Team GP Elite watching the start, and Larry Ten Voorde passes Luke Hartog directly and therefore is in front. Harry King, Leon Köhler and Moritz Schering are right behind them. So as the cars head up, then you can see 1 or 2 take to the grass area. Let's go on board with Vincent Andronacco. He's making contact with the rear of teammate and Porsche Junior Bastien Boos. He gets pushed, has to go wide, therefore a poor start and loses even more positions. He's around P12 now. It's a bad beginning for the Porsche Junior. Hartog and Ten Voorde are in front. Behind them we've got King, Schuring, Van Eindhoven, Köhler and Farr. 5 pilots fighting for the 3rd place. Up to the hairpin. Hartog, Ten Voorde side by side. Can Hartog make a move? No. Ten Voorde experienced, closes the door. Let's take a look back at the start and hear from Loke Hartog.
The start was my problem. I had released the clutch a bit too early. That happens. That's racing, and yes, a good first lap. Larry just made himself very big and you couldn't get past him.
Ahmed Al-Shahab had a very good start. The Pro-Am driver passes at least 4 cars. His Pro-Am contender, Georgi Donchev, right behind him. This looks like a jump start or a very good one. The stewards will, of course, look into it. Let's get back to the race. Cars are in the motordrome. We can see some dust, but it's nothing serious. However, in the back, 2 cars are way out on the gravel. It's Adam Smalley and Bastien Boos. The Porsche Junior is stuck in the gravel.
But I was in the makes down somewhere in the field, got hit from behind mid-corner, I couldn't really do anything, spun around and unfortunately took another car with me.
The 19-year-old gets out of his car and is angry. This season will be hard for him. No podium at Spa and now a DNF. Ten Voorde still in front, Hartog behind him. Andronacco and Jones are fighting for P9. The rookie's making contact. Andronacco on the grass. That was a hard move from the Australian Harry Jones. For sure, that will be under investigation. On board, let's go now with Moritz Schuring behind King on the right and Köhler on the left. This will be close going into the hairpin, but they avoid contact and Hugh Van Eindhoven has an exclusive view waiting for his chance to attack. Very exciting racing between the guys from the 2nd row, of course, fighting for points. On board with Leon Köhler looking back. Van Eindhoven right behind him and Cordeal as well. Now the rookie is making a move here for P6. That would be a very good result for him indeed. And as we switch our onboard perspectives, absolutely fantastic images that we are able to bring you from Hockenheim in the sunshine as we were back on board momentarily with Van Eindhoven there as all the drivers give it their all. Safety car deployed. The reason? Ariel Levy parks his car in turn 4. Now the rear left tyre has come off the rim. He has to walk away from the car. Disappointed.
Sadly, I had a slow puncture from quite the start, but it was the only tyre that I had no sensor of tyre pressure in it. So I actually did not know until it was too late. So then, sadly it ended my race.
Back in the rookie fight, number 34, Theo Uverhaus on the left versus Gisela Cordeal. Number 27, Uverhaus can pass for P1 in the rookie championship. Now, he won the 2nd race at Spa and it is looking good for him here at Hockenheim as well. Harry Jones, who won the 1st rookie race of the season, gets a penalty for pushing another car. Into the pits he goes, loses his 10th place. Uverhaus, therefore, can increase his lead.
I put my elbows out. We tried to make some moves forward, but ultimately we just made one small mistake and then had some contact with another car and I got penalised for it. So it is what it is. It wasn't my finest driving. It was, struggling a little bit on this track in this car.
Plenty of honesty there. He'll get the next chance to win at Zandvoort on the 24th of June. Let's see who's going to win today. Ten Voorde still in front. Hartog and King behind him. Schuring and Köhler have still got chances to end up on the podium. And of course, the fighting continues all the way to the checkered flag. Larry Ten Voorde with a comfortable gap now. He will win. Levy watches from behind the fence. It's Larry Ten Voorde's first win of the season and a double victory for his team, GP Elite. Loke Hartog 2nd, Harry King 3rd. Each of them has won a race this year. We can assume they are the most probable title contenders. Schuring is P4, Köhler P5, Van Eindhoven P6, and Theo Uverhaus is the best rookie for today. Larry Ten Voorde started P2, finished 1st. Hartog tomorrow is on pole again. He's going to have to work on his starting skills.
It wasn't easy, especially with the safety car. I had to keep starting from scratch. 2 times I was able to defend nicely and got to drive my race well. So, the winner of race number 3 this season is the 2-time champion. Luke Hartog is 2nd. Harry King comes in 3rd. In the Pro-Ams, Soren Sprang takes the victory. Michael Esman and Georgi Donchev on 2nd and 3rd, respectively. The the best rookie is Theo Overhaus. Vincent Andronaco and Ghislain Cordial finish behind him. Jörg Bergmeister hands over the trophies. He himself was champion in the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland. A few years back though, in the season of 2000. Back then, the sport was great, and that still what makes the Porsche Carrera Cup special. Very tight together. It's super training for young drivers, including me back then. Sport is also a big part of the training, working up a good sweat under the sun at the Hockenheimring. Coach is well-meaning. Honestly, I just want to give the guys a good start to the weekend. We're now headed into the Festival of Dreams race weekend. It's going to be a great event with thrilling races. So easy going out on the track, run a lap, do some nice drills, then everybody takes a breather. Off we go. So much for easy going. Yeah, right, I want to hear your soul squeal. Come grit your teeth and run. Come on, come on, come on. That's not jogging, that's called sprinting. Go, 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 go. Last man again, come on. Sports for the young up-and-comers. Extremely exhausting. Coach pushed us pretty hard. Yeah, Röhrl comes up with something special for us every year. One set the pace, we were in a row, and then the last one always had to overtake, and then you were forced to overtake in different ways, sometimes backwards, sideways, or once even sprinting. That pushes us to the limit, but I think it's good that Röhrl does that with us. He pushes us quite a bit. You have to offer the guys a bit of a sporting challenge. At the end of the day, it is, after all, motorsport. The guys want to become professional athletes, and the physicality factor should not be underestimated. When the boys go out tomorrow and get into their cars, they have to be in tip-top shape. That's why it's important to show the guys what's possible. They are then able to compete reasonably well in racing. Just a quick lap around the racetrack, with a little cool-down period at the end. Then the next task already awaits the Porsche talent pool. It's mental training time. We have a ping pong ball here. This is what you have to do. Put it here like this in the hollow of your finger. The important thing is to instantly stretch the arm. The fingers should be held like this, not twisted in any way. The hand has this position, and I run or walk briskly towards it, and then ultimately try to kick the ball away like this. The plan is to bring a little something into the experience. That way they can experience what it means to maintain concentration under pressure. They also get a taste of what mental processes are at work that might interfere with that. Theory with the mental coach. Exercises and interesting insights that in the end may shave off a second or two during a race. As a race car driver, you have to be fit, not only physically but also mentally. First of all, the idea is to train a perception so that you become more sensitive to the processes. If you can perceive them, then you can work with it, and that's our goal. It's so the boys can deal concretely with what they experience there, which may not be so pleasant, but for that they're given tools. Tools that can help you see different situations differently and learn to deal with negative effects in a positive way. That's the secret. We try to create a relatively simple situation, but if things go wrong that have negative consequences for the guys also during competition, they can push the car to the limit. They can do that. They're not bad at all, but when the pressure of competition sets in, things do happen and a situation suddenly becomes difficult. We try to create that situation with a simple exercise that then becomes complicated because there's so much going on inside that you might not have a good handle on things anymore. The Porsche Talent Pool with important insights and training at Hockenheim. At the Festival of Dreams, celebrating 75 years of Porsche sports cars. As a brand manager, your heart naturally beats faster. One's even a bit touched that the now 75-years-old dream of Ferry Porsche is brought to life through thousands of Porsche sports cars and through thousands of fans. This goes to show how strong the Porsche community is. It's a community with a great reason to celebrate for 2 whole days. The whole spirit of Porsche is something special. Special vintage cars and spanking new vehicles from the traditional brand from Zuffenhausen. It's definitely very exciting and a lot of fun, so the atmosphere is totally good. I'm happy to be here. Classic Motorsport played a big role this weekend. When I see a classic Porsche, my heart instantly beats faster. It's just genuine motoring. It reminds me of my youth when I was still active. The Festival of Dreams. Dream cars everywhere. All full of Porsches. The kids were quite impressed with how fast they whizzed by. You instantly see this is just pure quality, and to get to sit in one, the feeling is quite something. It's so awesome. An even cooler experience is a quick lap with the race taxi. I'm very excited, but I have much respect for it. I hope I don't throw up. Off we go into the all-electric GT4e Performance. Here we go, friends. Yep, I'm sitting good. It was very warm and very fast, but also great fun. It's quite impressive what the vehicle brings to the track in terms of traction, acceleration, and agility. It also gives a bit of an idea of what motorsport could look like in the future. Motorsport of the future with the all-electric GT4e Performance. With more than 1,000 HP, it gets down to business. It is so fierce, simply out of this world. In fact, just look around here. You notice the fascination, the love for a brand. The people, and particularly the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland, I think are more interesting than Formula One. The cars are very similar, but here it's more about driving skills, and the competition is a bit sportier, I would say. Things will get sporty again on Sunday, with an actor on the starting grid who happens to also be a race car driver. That's wonderful for me, of course. I see all the people I've known for 25 years. Question always comes up whether I'll be racing again. I'm saying here and now, I would drive again. Be our guest as a Pro-Am in the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland, which, with its 32 drivers, starts the 4th race of the season. Once again, Dutchman Luke Hartog starts a race on pole at the front. Today, I want to get off a good start and get away well, and then hopefully have a good race. A full grid and lots of spectators. The Porsche Carrera Cup is at the center of the Festival of Dreams. In fact, we probably have more than 30 competitors in all the races this year. We have a lot of competition at a very high-class level. We've had everything at the start, from young, talented drivers, the youngest just turned 16, up to the experienced Pro-Am drivers. This obviously shows that our one-make cup is very, very attractive for the target group. And we're offering a home within the Porsche family for all racing fans at whatever level they want to be.
We are ready for race 2. Hartog pole position. Can he get a good start today? Yes, he can. In the back, though, it's Rettenbacher versus Andronako. The rookie Andronako saves the situation. In the front, we have Hartog King ensuring stays P3. Larry Tenforder right behind him. Jan Kesperlik, team chief of Allied Racing, watching the race in the pits. He can see that Tenforder is now behind King as he's past Schuring and he's going for P2. Let's go on board with him. Behind King then as they around the Parabolica, heading towards the hairpin as off goes Vincent Andronako. He comes back, but it's P20, therefore a lot of positions for him to make up. Let's go on board with King as Larry Tenforder is closing behind him, coming up towards the hairpin. Will Tenforder make a move here? King takes the tight line, leaves no room for overtaking. Schuring behind them with the chance to take his place back, and indeed is back to 3rd. Harry Jones, Bastian Boos and Leon Köhler are also close, Hartog already with a small gap. On board with Jan Seifert. Looks like he has a problem. Let's hear from him now.
I didn't see what happened. I just felt a pretty hefty bump in the car on the front axle. Then the steering wheel was crooked. That was the end of the race for me. It's a pity because I didn't see anyone coming from behind. You're always looking at what's happening around you.
On board with the Porsche Junior Bastian Boos. He has to score points today. Tenforder in front of him. He's trying to pass Jones for P4. Looks like he's going to make it. The experienced driver knows where to attack here at Hockenheim. They do go wide and Harry Jones off onto the grass. He is able to save it, but loses another position. Boos is now in front of him, and the Australian is P6. He was struggling yesterday, and today a hard task for him as well. Jan Kesperlik with a happy face today. Now on board with Larry ten Voorde, he's working on the brake balance to catch Scheuring, and ten Voorde's former student is under pressure in the motordrome. And as we can see, a lock-up and he makes a mistake. Scheuring is going straight on into the gravel. Too much pressure for him? He has the answer for us.
We were fighting hard, and then going into the Sachs curve, I just made a slight error and I went straight over the gravel. And unfortunately, that was the end of my race for a top result. It can happen, of course, but I will go home, train a lot, be back stronger, and then let's see for Zandvoort.
Disappointing for the Dutch driver. A podium at Spa, his best result so far. Back at the hairpin, Harry Jones fighting with Ariel Levy, and the driver from Israel makes the move. He's competing not only in the Carrera Cup Germany, but also Benelux this weekend, so a lot of kilometers for him. Harry Jones is not going to give up his position easily. It's a really nice fight between the two guys here. Fraught, but very, very fair. Huub van Eindhoven behind them. He's in a privileged position of being able to watch and relax while Jones does eventually take his position back. However, he remained under pressure from Ariel Levy, as you can see, just a slight lock-up there. This is Søren Spring. On the grass, the car looks pretty damaged. Yesterday's Pro-Am winner cannot continue. The safety car is out for the third time this weekend. Let's hear from Søren Spring. What happened?
Jonas was in front of me and then overshot the hairpin. When he came back, we were side by side, headed for the next corner, and then collided in the process. I then spun away from him and went backwards into the guardrail. The radiator was damaged and the rear axle was broken. Unfortunately, I couldn't continue.
We're on board with another Pro-Am driver. Georgi Donchev sees Michael Esman losing control and off he goes. That's the end of his race as well. That means we have another safety car. Things are looking good for Loke Hartog as there are only a few minutes left. So the safety car comes in and the last turn for Hartog. He will head towards the checkered flag and he will win the race. That was a very confident race from him today. Loke Hartog, another victory. GP Elite with 3 wins out of 4 races. An almost perfect result for the Dutch team. And now Zandvoort is waiting for them. But let's hear from Loke Hartog first. He must be very happy indeed.
The zweite Sieg von der Saison.
Second win of the season. I'm mega satisfied. From start to finish, always in the lead. I am mega happy.
Mega happy.
Loke Hartog thus enters the upcoming race weekend as the leader. Larry ten Voorde and Harry King follow close behind in the championship standings. The fastest Pro-Am stems from Kuwait, Ahmad Al-Shahab.
Alhamdulillah, this is from Allah. I win now in Germany, in Hockenheim. You know, this is track for home track for all Germany drivers. But I come from Kuwait to Germany, and Alhamdulillah, I win in B1.
It's the first victory for Ahmad Al-Shahab in the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland. The best rookie on Sunday in the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland at the Festival of Dreams in Hockenheim is once again Porsche talent Theo Overhaus, who finished 5th overall.
Das war ziemlich spannend, die verschiedenen Modelle.
That was pretty exciting to see all the different models and the sound, the different sounds, I'd have to say. With almost 80,000 tickets issued, the Festival of Dreams in Hockenheim was fully booked. Another special highlight of the weekend was Alvaro Soler's concert on the big stage. The next Porsche Carrera Cup event takes us to the coast.
Willkommen in Zandvoort.
We go seaside in Zandvoort for races 5 and 6 of the 2023 season. The track on the dunes is set to offer fans 2 thrilling races. As always, exciting racing action is guaranteed in the fast German one-make cup.